I often thought that if I had been told as a child what triangulation is, maybe I could have ended or prevented 20 years of parental alienation. In a world where pathological parents can destroy their child's loving relationship with their other parent, survivors must fight to uncover the sinister lies behind this mind-bending form of abuse. Welcome to the Anti-Alienation Project, where I discuss parental alienation from the point of view of an adult child in the process of recovery and reunification with my alienated parent. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be discussing triangulation, because parental alienation is the ultimate form of triangulation. So if you've never heard of the term triangulation, I'm about to blow your mind, because this happens a lot. Honestly, at least in my experience and a lot of other people's experiences with parental alienation, when parental alienation occurs, oftentimes there is even more alienation going on beyond parental alienation. So sibling alienation, aunt and uncle alienation, grandparent and alienation. And that's not really discussed that often, but let's get to triangulation. Sorry for all the Asians, it's just one of those days. It's a term used to describe when one person uses threats or of exclusion or manipulation. The goal of triangulation is to divide and conquer. And keep one word in your mind when you're thinking about this: it's control. They want to control every other relationship that family members have with each other. They want to control their relationship with themselves and every other family member. It's a form of manipulation. Triangulation involves the use of indirect communication, often behind someone's back. To explain parental alienation to you, I'm going to share this little graphic, and it's by psychotherapy.central. So you see here that you have the triangle, you have two parents, and you have their child right here, child. So you have the parents, and you see here that there's conflict in the primary relationship. And that's why parental alienation often happens during divorces and custody disputes, because those are moments of intense conflict between parents. So there has to be this conflict in the primary relationship. And what happens is one parent completely disregards the fact that their child is a child and goes to that child to denigrate the other parent and to get support, emotional support from their child. This happens, okay? This happened to me. This happened to me for a very long time. And what it looked like at the earliest stages was maybe more subtle than how it ended up at the later stages. But this actually happened. And I would feel so bad for her and take care of her and comfort her. She never protected me. She instead used the conflict between them to get me on her side. And so as you can see here, what ends up happening is the child sides with one parent, and that creates enmeshment with one parent and withdrawal from the other. Triangulation doesn't just have to happen, though, in this situation. Triangulation is a manipulative tactic involving three parties. It's complex. It's a common form of manipulation used to break apart relationships and create painful dynamics. It's damaging and leads to lasting emotional discomfort. A lot of people just don't recognize triangulation. Children especially don't recognize triangulation. And the odd thing is that I try to explain this to people in my own family when it's going on. And sometimes they can grasp it a little bit, but they really can't see it when it's happening. And I think this is because everybody's been living with this type of dynamic for their whole lives. It's when you grow up like that and it's your normal, you don't question it. In all the psychological studies, it's been shown that the best defense against triangulation is to be aware of it and recognize when it's being used against you. For example, pathological parents might not actually say to one sibling, "Your sibling is so mean. How can you still be in a relationship with them? They're hurting me so much. They've done this and this and that." And you need to be mad at them and stick up for me. They probably won't say that. They might use a more covert approach and call the one sibling on the phone crying constantly, showing them how upset they are and saying things along the lines of, well, I love her so much. It just is killing me that she won't talk to me. I miss her and her children so much. They're my grandchildren. I'm not allowed to see them. This is terrible. I feel awful. They might even claim some things that aren't even true. Or they might say, I've apologized so many times, but she still won't talk to me. When in fact, there's been no apology, 0 apologies, and 0 attempts at taking accountability. Nope. Radio silence. And just trying to break me apart even more from my loving relationships in my family. So that brings us to the end of the episode. I hope that this video was beneficial to you. As always, thank you for watching the Anti-Alienation podcast.